Hey everybody, and welcome back. We're in court today. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday we started getting a jury and motions on a murder case. It's Allen Food Basket. We'll have to come back to you and let you know what took place in that case. We should have a verdict by Friday. Also in another courtroom there's pleas going on. So we were not in court last week, and I wanted to talk with you a little bit today about, we always start off and talk about General Sessions Court and, the fact that we have all of these felonies that we have to work through every month. One thing that we rarely talk about is we are also in Magistrate's Court. And in Magistrate's Court, this gets a little confusing because everybody thinks we do everything. But in Magistrate's Court, all we handle down there are domestic violence in the third-degree cases and driving under the influence first offense cases. So we help with the troopers and we help with the county police. But all of the DUIs or domestic violences that may, say, occur in the city of Myrtle Beach, they generally handle those. Or in the city of Surfside, they handle those. We just handle the cases that are in the unincorporated areas of Horry and Georgetown counties. So the prosecutor, we're not responsible for littering. We're not responsible for speeding tickets. The only things that we do in Magistrate's Court are domestic violence and DUIs in the unincorporated areas. And that's only when in DUIs, that's only when the trooper, when the defendant asks for a jury trial. So a lot of these cases are taken care of without anything to do with us. So there's a lot of wiggling the joints in Magistrate's Court. Last year we brought in about 250 DUIs and about 500 domestic violence cases that we were responsible for. Down there, part of the time you will see those prosecutors, Laurie Richardson, Jess Glasgow, and we just hired a young lady that just passed the bar. Her name's Rebecca Benson, and she will be in Magistrate's Court. But those guys will be either in the old courthouse in Conway or in 21st Avenue at Myrtle Beach. What they try to do is if the DUI or the domestic violence took place on the east side of the waterway, then they will try to have those trials or pleas at 21st Avenue. And if it takes place in Aynor or near Aynor or Gallivan's Ferry or Conway or whatever, west of the waterway, then we will do those at the courthouse. And our magistrates are great people. I think there's about 8 around our area that help us with those cases, on top of their docket, which does include evictions and simple assaults and all of those sort of things. But those guys help us tremendously in domestic violence court and DUI court, where we prosecute a good many of those cases. We're in court down there approximately 26 weeks a year, and we have to go through about 250 DUIs or 500 domestic violences in that year. Last month in November, we had approximately 20 defendants go through trials and guilty pleas with regard to DVs and I'm talking about domestic violences and DUIs. So, quite a few trials down there. and a few guilty pleas. But those guys are hardworking, do a great job in protecting our community. Awful lot of trials. And one little thing in case you get asked this on Jeopardy, if you are in Magistrate's Court, you will see a jury of 6 as opposed to a jury of 12. So those panels of 6 will be called for jury duty in Magistrate's Court, and in general sessions where you might see a forgery to a murder or a bad check, those are 12 jurors. That'll look a little bit different if you serve in Magistrate's Court. Have a great week, and if you get a chance, go out. We have 2 more parades. We were in 4 parades last weekend. We'll be in 2 more parades this weekend. One is in Surfside Saturday morning, and then, one is in Conway Saturday morning, and then Surfside is Saturday afternoon. And that will end our parades for the Christmas season. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll update you on this trial next week.